So we were booking a bunch of guests for this trip, and Trav brought you up, and then the general, who's that? What does she do? Because I didn't know we met, and he gave me a quick rundown, and I know you got a bunch of accolades, but let's start with how's Ashley the person?
I think I'm still trying to grasp how I am. I think I'm in a transition phase, and I say that because I feel very like unsure about certain things, um, and almost like really like striving to find an answer. Yet I know that I can't force an answer. That I need to essentially like let go of control, which is something that I'm also very much so learning about myself, that I have a strong grip on control with things, because I like things a certain way, and it's not a bad habit, I won't say, but I'm trying to learn more so how to flow with my life and release control. I started to think about a lot of like what matters to me, what doesn't matter, like what I've been through, where I want to go. So I started to do a lot of, inner work and self reflection through things such as like journaling or even psychedelics. um, and really looking myself in the mirror, um, being accountable for things where I fell short, but also realizing like traits that I have that don't align with me anymore, even such as like giving too much time and energy to people who don't deserve it, where it's not reciprocated, and being upset about that. Again, it's going back to, releasing control, being upset about that when I could easily just continue to pour into the things or the people that are reciprocating and being present with them. I was very much so concerned of like what people thought, um, whether it be of me or what I did or anything. I was just really concerned with like exterior things that were out of my control. Um, and as I got into my 30s, it's become a lot more of like inward, and even like circles gotten smaller. How again, like how I spend my time and my energy is very much more so like intentional now. And I'm definitely still figuring it out. I don't think that I mean I'm like I've scratched the surface and I've done quite a bit of work, but I know I still have a ways to go. Does this feel good? Does this serve me? It's just like I'm starting to more so like listen to my gut and my intuition more and trust it rather than question it. A lot of the times before, I get stuck in my head and I'm staying in or dwelling on situations or staying in situations a lot longer than I should have, when like, it's like I got like the signals in my body early on, but I chose not to listen. So yeah, the more and more I believe that life and the situations that I've been put in, I'm putting them for a reason, and I'm continuously given challenges, or I'm faced with a situation to learn the lesson. Now being in a position of being a manager, it's such a close relationship with the client, at least how I work. um for me to work on anything, I really have to full on believe in it, and like I can see the vision, even if it's nothing at, when I first start on it. I feel like I need to be able to see the future of it, and that's how I'm able to work on it. And still right now I only have two primary clients, because I am that selective. I've tried with others and there's no bad blood. It's just I know after a while if or not it's going to work, because of how intentional that I am now. I didn't grow up religious. I grew up going to the movies every Sunday. So I also think that maybe that's sometimes why like ideas and things are a little like because of how many movies that I've seen. Um, and now to be in a artist management position, I love it. It's a it's been a new like confidence that I've discovered in myself getting into management, and I love it because it's a lot of the hats that I get to wear. I've done them as like roles, like solely as roles before, like marketing, PR, production. So being in a manager position, I get to wear now all these hats because I have um all that experience. I always wanted, I think, a challenge or a lot of things that I wanted to do. I just told myself I'm going to figure it out how to do it. Um, I don't know how. I did a lot of searching on the internet. I went to school for graphic design, but I didn't finish. But I like even with that, it's like I found like I just love typography. And I loved mixtape covers, and that's why I chose, oh, I'm gonna go to school for graphic design. Now it's funny because I manage um a visual artist, a designer. Um but yeah, I've just always been curious. Even when younger, I tried a bunch of different things. I was one of those kids, I wanted to do everything. One week I'm doing dance, the next I'm like, I wanna direct a movie, the next I wanna act, or you name it, break dancing. Like, I've just been curious. It's a challenge to be managing the lives of others while definitely going through my own, you know, growing pains, whatever you want to call it. But I do my best to set aside time for myself. Even most recently I've started a journey in the gym that, I'm a petite person, but I thought, like, I don't know why I've been, oh, I don't really need the gym. And I had a lot of friends that go to the gym that told me, like, but it just like it makes you feel good. You should just try it. Maybe that's a way for you to like get out some energy and you're doing something for yourself. They were right. Because now I've been consistent for, yeah, like a year and a half, and I love it. Like it's like my escape. It's where I go. It's that 1 hour for me. I also try to make sure that I'm getting, outside. Mm, and then I'm traveling, or I'm taking trips, or I'm spending quality one-on-one time with people that mean a lot to me. But to balance it all, it's definitely a challenge because sometimes it's really busy. There's a lot going on, and it's like a lot of back and forth phone calls. But then sometimes it's slow. So I do my best nonetheless to find a healthy balance. Being, a freelancer and entrepreneur, I was kind of just like winging it every day prior to the pandemic. And afterwards, it was realizing, like I need time, like I need my time in the morning before I jump on my phone, before I jump on my emails. I need time in the morning. I need time to invest into my health, like physical health, even like mental health. By like, I love my practice now that's definitely come after the pandemic, which is journaling. A close friend of mine is the one who got me into it. And it's definitely a way, because I'm somebody, I have so many thoughts and things going on. It's a way for me to get them out of my head and onto paper. And it's nice to look back at times to see things that I wrote maybe when I was in a place where I wasn't feeling so great, to when I am feeling great, and see the changes that have happened. Koval, who I've been with for 5 years, she's played a large role into my healing process, as she's on one herself. And we have a lot of like deep and like, open conversations together. Um but yeah, she's actually been a part of the inspiration and why I even wanted to do it for myself. And I'm forever grateful for that. Like, and she knows that. I tell her all the time. I think I started off as just like yes, 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 yes to everything, until starting to have to back out and like looking in, things from a overview, from like a bird's eye view. And this has come into play when I've started with management and with Kovo specifically. I've been with her the longest. And like we had to like see like, okay, where do we want to take her brand? What does she stand for? What are her brand pillars? Because then the more like narrowed down we have that, then we don't say yes to everything. And I'm very grateful to have even gotten to that point where we can pass on certain things because they just don't align. A bad day is probably when I'm in my emotions about something. And something that I have realized is that those days are when I'm giving my power away to somebody and they have me emotional. So that's something, it's like it's human nature. I understand. Um but that's something that I'm trying to work on, of not giving away so much of my power, like allowing myself to feel emotions because I know I need to process them and feel them in my body, and not like throw them to the side as if they don't exist, because then it's just going to build up and then Lord knows one day they blow up. So I'd rather process them as they come. But yeah, as of recent, like those are what those bad days are, where I'm just emotional, but it's usually because of like an exterior energy or something that's not in my control.